No defensive items, but that's one of the ways you can always go versus Faceless Void before you're ultimately forced to buy the Aeon disc, of course, right?
Yeah, I agree. I like the E-Blade personally better because of the defensive capabilities it provides against the Void, right? That depends on how well the Sanking does, because if he can just do the thing where he epicenters and blinks inside the Chrono, then E-Blade feels like a dead item here. Yeah, we'll see. I do like, though, the draft in general for one move. I feel like Navi, though, still has pretty strong chances this time of taking over the game early. And that means that if Navi plays well the early game, there's nothing really to stop him. And that's something I do like. Earlier tempo grabs, especially after you lost the game, tend to be a little bit easier to play for top teams because it's all in your control, right?
And I will say that compared to last game, Navi can certainly delay this game like much easier. I mean, like orders of magnitude easier, right? Not only do they have a Nature's Prophet with no really hard counter, I would say. I guess you could say like a Faceless Void, maybe the Underlord a little bit can counter his push really easily for his global presence.
I think it's Sanking, dude. Travel Boots Sanking, I think that's the one. Like, I agree with your points on Void and Underlord, but I really do think Sanking is the NP killer.
Yeah, but I still think that's true. I think that they're going to be able to make a little bit more space than at least they were last game when they didn't really able to do much, especially because one move they don't have a ton of vision to their advantage this time around either. Whereas last time they had like the Beastmaster. I already forgot another hero that provided them with vision. But Zeus, yes. This time they will be kind of lacking that, which makes making these TPs a bit more difficult for them.
Did you see what the Smiling Knight move of? He just gets hit with hammer, immediately just time walks it away. I'm not dealing with that. Dawnbreaker hero. I'm done with this stupid offlaner. Fair enough.
Not want to deal with that.
I see your point. Yeah, I like the Axis game, but later on, obviously. Item. You have 2 strength cores that you can blow up in the fight by accident, and then the caustic finality implication is actually important, obviously, and hunting down the NP in the fight. I would like that deviation for later. We'll see what build he goes for. I think mid-sanking is very, very versatile. Oh no, he blast.
Oh, it's okay. He can eat a couple of them. Sanking, he's got a little bit of an appetite for blinding lights and whatnot.
But you know, blinding lights too, I guess.
Well, I mean, Illuminate's a very blinding light, isn't it? I think another issue that Navi might potentially run into is eventually either one of these offlane heroes for one move is probably going to get a Wraith Pact online at some stage in this game, right? They can both reasonably do it. Afterlife might want to go for like either a Yules or a Radavatos first, right, as Underlords want to do. But anyway, in any case, already lots of damage reduction, right? And that's going to make it
Sorry.
They're gonna keep trying, actually, as they know Time Walk is only level 1, which means really long cooldown. Taking them for a ride. He's going into trees. Oh no, not even coiling blade can get through this bramble of trees.
And have fun.
He'll just fall in the end.
Yeah, a bit difficult there. Kind of left on his own. His Pantomime was out, I think, just collecting a creep or something. Maybe looking for a better creep when I get a little bit of solo XP at least under tower.
That was a move where it was probably ping support. Where support?
Pretty much. It's okay. He's here now for, you know, the emotional save, really. He wasn't there in time for the physical save and the experience. Yeah, that's secondary, though, Avo. Come on, you know that. I support you all the time. Whenever you die, I'm always there for the emotional support and the experience.
And the experience, yeah. Very good. Platinum, he could be in trouble now. No one rotates super early and refreshes the toss.
Oh, wow.
Get Panto up in the air a second time. Throw the tree that slows him. No need for the slow. Swedish Star will just get the kill.
Yep. I really like this. It's a very early rotation out from Coddle, but it's excellently timed, right? Melo Yule's already farming in the lane, so you don't have to worry about him, you know, some kind of Lesh hero taking your tower instantly. He's even here going to steal a couple of these stacks as well, which will take him some time and might get contested. But he's also, of course, kind of making this top lane more difficult for one move, but he's also enabling Sweden Strong's game here to potentially get a little bit of a faster point and join him eventually on these kind of kill expeditions as he continues to look to ruin one move's early game.
Yep. I also agree that the early rotation is a really good idea, considering that Sanking is just melee Coddle right in mid lane, so it's what are you going to do against him?
melee coddle with half the reach.
Yeah, it's a really like that cheap version. What is it? We have Mom, I want Coddle. We have Coddle at home.
It's Sand King. Yeah, it's a scorpion instead of horse. It's kind of similar.
Like that old Chinese fable. They kill off Smiling Knight in the top lane. And Phantom once again just there for the emotional support. Really not doing anything at this late here.
No, no. I mean, you could say he was basically at 90% HP, and he pops the heal anyway. He's like, bro, I popped the heal. Like, I don't know what you wanted me to do. I could have done nothing more. I had no other spells. No, you never say that. You never say that, because then they disconnect and they destroy their items. Lane's gonna get a second kill here. They need to rotate more heroes top lane. Although they did lose the wagon here for the Radiant side, and actually Seiyu and Smiling Knight both here ready to party. They're gonna keep some of these Dawnbreaker spells on cooldown with the 2 stacks of time dilation slow. Instead, now turning onto the tiny as the arrow is going to swing wide there from Seiyu. And unfortunately, that is going to be no move or one move.
By the way, correction. The viewer texted me right after game one. Apparently, the W in Seiyu is supposed to be Cyrillic, so it's Seiyush.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a W in Cyrillic.
And you combine the Roman.
I was thinking before.
Ayo,
Dah, ini orang sholat. Sholat maghrib jam 7 ya, mudet sumpah yakin ya. Udah ndak semua badan nang kene ya metu udanan ngono.
For no one, just delivered. He's immediately going into the urn, but here's the Blink Dagger finished up from Eliul. He might look, and indeed probably will look to smoke up. Unfortunately, the smoke's going to have to make another trip here on the courier. So he might just go in without this cover of the smoke. He's thinking about it. Cover in the root, spawns top. It's an arcane. Sayush? The hard S? Oh, wow, that illuminate damage. There's the blinding light.
Yes, he fights back, but no! The Dawnbreaker gets him! Blaze just needed like a second of damage to finish him off. No one is being chased down by the creep. Someone help no one. He's apparently fast enough. Instead, they're going to go for Melio, who will fall as well. So 2 kills for the way of Navi.
That's
Frankly,
paid.
I've been in that position where you think, I can just get this arrow off. I'm almost out. And then, you know, something happens and they kill you.
Navi, sorry, one move, hold on, we're not done fighting actually. I mean, it's just a kill up to the end. She's gonna buy a little bit of time, but down she goes. Double kill now for Vatoon. This Afterlife is gonna rotate from the bottom lane to try and push this tower. This is gonna kind of damage his game because he'd very much like to remain down bottom. But of course, if he just abandons his team while his mid tower is taken, he's gonna get pinged. And of course, one move are gonna kind of lose a lot of map control. So it's not really an acceptable option here for Underlord. It's a bit of a lose-lose scenario. At the very least, they're diverting attention away from Smiling Knight, who could desperately use some time and space to farm now. But Navi, I mean, they can just be anywhere they want on the map with 2 cores basically instantly teleporting into the fight. One at will, basically. It's terrifying. Sayush is going to die to solo. Sayush?
Yeah, this is, I think, a little bit of getting used to. And it will be for the better. Yeah, he dies to solo as well. And the squad is looking, are they getting more kills, honestly, than the Mirana? This probably shouldn't be happening on a 5 clockwork. You're more for the lane. I do feel like Enchantress's only role as well, which is winning the lane, has not really happened for one move. So when is their point of inflection going to happen? I think it's probably on Melayu. But he went for Blink Dagger to activate earlier, and we still haven't seen it come into play.
Yeah, and the first Blink, just again, it was really difficult. When you go for a high value kill, like onto a Coddle, they're always going to teleport everyone in. And when you've got a Dawnbreaker and a Furion, they're instantly back into the fight. Could see the first Corona here. Smiling Knight considering it, still considering, will now go ahead and cast it. He has not caught any enemies though, and in fact he's only caught Afterlife. This is going to be a little bit awkward as Navi look for revenge.
Okay, that was pretty funny. He's like, guys, I got the Fiend's Gate. I did it!
Dyer's bottom tower.
Anyway, Enchantress, she is going to die to solo once again. Afterlife nearby. There is the TP potentially from Vatoon.
Here in Epicenter, Menloy's got one ready to go.
Oh, they actually got the Vulcan instead. Just a simple Boros Strike, but Laze is coming in with a Solar Guardian. That's healing up Solo. Solo will survive this. The arrow misses everyone. Afterlife will now die instead of Navi. Continuous aggression. There's no point in Solar Bind. Nothing to slow down Seiyush. As Meloyul comes in. Nice. Like with the epicenter. And there's the blink that we were expecting coming into play.
Dota 2.
Yep, just the tiniest of overextensions really from Navi, and that's a pretty big opening there. Exploited as Meloyul's able to finally get in a kill. The Smiling Knight, of course, doesn't really accomplish much with his first Chronosphere, which is a very kind way of saying he didn't really do anything with his first Chrono. But at least he doesn't take a death. He's going to get his Mask of Madness online and continue to jungle for the next 15 minutes or so. You know, he saw Vatoon play that AM game and went, you know what, it'd be really nice to hit creeps for the entire game as well, wouldn't it? Like one of those kinds of heroes. Vatoon, though, he wants something active, and I always think this is kind of cool. I don't know if this is so much, you know, Vatoon demanding or asking kindly, perhaps, for a more active hero compared to the AM, but, you know, when you go from AM, who is a very much so, and I'm going to farm for 30 minutes, don't call me, you know, until I'm done, kind of hero, to NP, who joins the fights and can very quickly just start them by himself. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, this play was really
dominating
so I guess
performance.
He was preemptively tanking again. Right? I guess that was the
Yeah.
idea. As Pantheon does the same thing. Interesting choices by the fives. I agree with you. I think that he's best suited for the heroes that have like a small peak early and then they peak late as well. Like the Gyrocopter is a reason why he's such a good hero.
By the way,
Luna's also really strong. Like
Yeah,
if those
Luna.
heroes with like strong laning that they can make one or two plays. I don't think he's the Ursa style player or the Weaver style player, right? It's more of the Gyrocopter, Jug, Luna, etc. I think NP suits that playstyle a lot. He's not playing it as fast as someone like the Hawk would play, who plays NP like the map is his.
Okay.
But he is somewhere between, I would say, the Hawk and Matumman, which I think is on the slower side of NP.
Mas, saya Mas Ari, pahalnya apa sih?
Yeah, I'm trying to find a good
Heroes have
analogy.
so many different
Oh,
pieces, so I think
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Smiling Knight is coming up on another Chrono here, ready to go.
Yep.
He's now maxed the Bash and has 3 points in the Time Walk. So he, with the Mask of Madness attack speed, he might consider trying to go for a Chrono play onto one of these squishier targets. It's kind of difficult though, right? Because it feels like in these early Chronos, all they got to do is Solar Guardian, or they can just jump you and kill you, 100-0, just like that. It's that easy. Nice job there, Solo, stringing that one together and kicking it off with the hook shot.
Oh god. And no one on point, right? He was charging the Illuminate, trusting a Solo to hookshot in already, right? So he had it all planned out. Then the first point of Solar Bind is super impactful here for these small early kills. And now we have Vessel already on the cuddle, or close to it.
Yeah, 1100 gold now, as that item got a little bit more expensive with everyone picking it up. So he'll have that here in just a second, and that is going to, of course, be amped by the Solar Bind's damage. Again, I've already highlighted, but you've got heals essentially on 2 heroes. Right? Time Walk is not exactly a heal in the traditional sense, but it is still reduced all the same by the Vessel, and then 2 strength cores as well. So it's very, very high value game for the Vessel this time around.
Arrow and Lays, but here's the dual potential. One move, tries to counter-initiate. Sorry, tries to continue the initiation, that's my bad. Afterlife, he realizes the gate is no longer his, it's been controlled by a Tiny. Oh no, Solo now puts him in the cogs. Afterlife is going to die. Meloyul in the trees, trying to escape this. He realizes this gank is a really hard one. And Smiling Knight is coming by, but there's no Fiend's Gate to Chrono. What is he gonna Chrono instead? Sweden Strong apparently instead. No one attacking Meloyul on the back lines. The supports might die here, but in exchange, they might just kill Meloyul. Ooh, NP was a second too late. Smiling Knight still preserves that Chrono. He's actually stuck in the cogs. Time walk away. Fine for now. But
He might have to envy Chrono to live.
Here comes Lays as well. He's gonna have to use the defensive Chrono unless he wants to just die. Time walk.
He's got to do it.
Smiling Knight, he's holding on to it. He's not being stunned. Nothing can stop Smiling Knight. The hammer. They got him on the way back. The greed got to Smiling Knight. He didn't want to use the Chrono. He died instead. Whirlwind saying Pantheon, but I don't think this Enchantress is going anywhere. Hit him with a 3 hits, and that's going to be a dead Enchantress too.
Yep, Navi just doing a little bit better.
Let's go.
Ya.
Tuh, ngantuk malah.
Jelas mau anak saya kasih nang kok orang menang. Sing Pegasus nang. Nang. Oh si goblok nang. Asu.
Yat, model linyong Yat.
Modalnya apa maneh kontol?
Modeli 46.
Kontol lah.
Ulihnya 100% su.
Shit. Kok modal pira separuh sing apa nang?
Arab tak tujuh IP mana orang ki nembe mau ki.
Kirimi peone. Kirimi peone nang.
B. Oh shit. Oke. Enak banget sih. Lawan ini enak banget.
Mas wis kok ngarep-ngarep Mas. Kuwi pancen paling bener kuwi lah wis.
Paling bener ya, ya.
Kalau debat, ya bener kuwi.
Debat. Beneran Melayu maksudnya loh, Tommy. Beneran.
Nang carry nang Medusa bro karepe ku apalah.
Ngerti AA Jiotek Diesel. Pintu repol gue yang gini.
Asal perpanjangan tolol.
Kong carry bro. Ku carry.
Gini.
10 seconds.
Di ulti AA nge-grip ora kanggo yakin.
Ora gelut nyong.
Harus nganggo apa ya, Jar? Gelut.
Mau yang main kau kanang lawan diesel. Kanang mati ben diesel. Iki kanang ganti nang diesel.
Oh iya. Balas dendam ya.
Zona lah ya, zona private.
Aku tak peduli.
Prepare for battle.
Wong iso ora mendhuwur nang.
Dhuwur lah.
Iki kanang diesel carry menepi ge.
Nyong carry bro. Swig zeler iki.
30 seconds to battle. But feel free to start killing before that. We're not sticklers.
Piper, bete.
Ngantuk gue masih.
I always wanted to see an ancient fall. That stuff's overrated. Don't make me
Yap,
come on it.
Yap, kok lagi ngapa ya, Su? Ih, asu nih ngepol.
Ngapura efek hela.
Tolol lah. Asu nih yakin.
Ngapa? Aduh ngapa?
Bisa lah dijikot loh.
Alah, pingin beredel.